Wow, that is a lot of space between Jeremy Sochan and the defenders for the Suns. You could park a car in there, Spurs fans. Heck, you might even be able to park a tank. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. I caught an article from Pounding the Rock that I want to share with you about what was happening in the Suns game, and we've seen it happen in previous games with the Houston Rockets, where defenders were just swarming, Wemby, and just leaving. Let's just show the play. Pictures worth 1,000 words. Video's even better. Here's the play. Wemby with the ball, starts drive, gets it out to Sochan, and nobody cares that he's there. Bradley's like, whatever, he missed it. Nobody cares. Drop a comment down below when you see floor spacing like this, when you see the opposing team leave Sochan, Wesley, Champagnie, Jones, whoever it may be, this freaking open. Does it drive you nuts? And what can we do to fix this? We obviously need to fix this in the offseason immediately, because this cannot happen next season, because this is indeed B-A-D bad. Hit the thumbs up if you like sports channel, subscribe for more Spurs content. If I don't know if I already said that. If I said it twice, I'm sorry. Anyway, let's get into the article from Pounding the Rock. Phoenix had a clear defensive play for San Antonio. They put starting center Jusuf Nurkic on Jeremy Sochan or another non-shooter like Blake Wesley or Malachi Branham, and doubled Wemby hard in the paint. When Devin Vassell tried to shake loose off screens, he was met with immediate double teams too. The game plan against the Spurs has become clear. Make anyone but Wemby and Vassell beat you. We saw the Rockets employ it. We see the Suns employ it. We've seen other teams kind of dabble there, and I think that's what teams are going to do for the rest of the season. And definitely next season if our three-point shooting does not improve. Now, Jeremy Sochan's getting a lot of the brunt of the blame here. Seeing stuff like this certainly does help influence that negativity. And his three-point shooting, for being honest, has not been good. If you look at his splits through the season, Spurs fans, he actually started off awesome. 47% in November, 33% in December, 38% in January, and then he has fallen off a cliff since, shooting 19% in February and 23% in March. That being said, Jeremy's not the only one who's struggling with the three ball this season. As we pull up the team, the 10 players that get the most playing time for this roster, this is their overall three-point shooting percentage for the season. Jeremy at a not good 32%. Cedi Osman at a respectable 37%. Kelvin just below 35%. Trey Jones has actually increased his three-point shooting to about 34%. Malachi sitting at 33%. Devin's our best three-point shooter at just under 38%. Wemby is shooting 32% from three. Champagnie shooting 36%. And he's supposed to be our 3-and-D guy. Well, he's bringing some D here and there, but he's sure not bringing the three. Zach Collins shooting a terrible 31%. And Blake Wesley shooting an atrocious 18%. This is our 10-man rotation. This is what we got right now. Somebody said this in a live chat once, and I don't know if it's accurate, but they said we are currently the worst three-point shooting team in the NBA. I don't know if that's accurate, but looking at these stats, this ain't good. And while I don't like the three ball, I don't like the facts that teams are chucking the three ball left and right. We're seeing fast breaks where players running up the court, and instead of just continuing a fast break, stops, pops, and blows the three, usually if it's our team. But this is today's NBA. Chucking threes. It is what it is. And we need three-point shooting. I know a lot of people want Trae Young. He's a high volume, but not a great shooting percentage three-point shooter. Maybe a player like Wemby on the team will help that. Don't know. Zachary Sachet is a name I'm seeing come up a lot for a possible draft pick by the Spurs. He's a three-point sniper. Dude from Kentucky. Reed Shepard. Didn't he shoot like 50% from three? We don't need some milk. We need some three. And this is just, I wanted to show this to you because, one, point out that, yes, Jeremy Sochan is a part of the problem, but he's not just the only problem. At this point, Spurs fans, is there anybody here out of our 10 that you really care scores besides Wemby and Vassell? I like Kelvin. He's only shooting 45% from the field. He's been settling for a lot of threes lately, and he's been inconsistent. And that's actually one thing I can say about most of our roster with three-point shooting. It is incredibly inconsistent. If I was a coach for the other team game planning against the Spurs, I'd be like, Wemby has the ball, do this right here, put everybody down in the paint, and just leave whoever open. I, as a head coach, we totally fine leaving Sochan open, Jones, Branham, Wesley, Collins. I mean, that's just way too many. Johnson, even at this point, that's way too many guys to be okay with leaving open beyond the arc. we as Spurs fans see our guys, our perimeter defense, leave the opposing team open all the time. Unfortunately, they hit their shots quite often, whereas our guys are just constantly bricking threes. Yes, we've had some good games where we've nailed a lot of threes, but this can't continue. This is bad. And I hate pointing out bad stuff, but watching that game live, I remembered watching that play, which is why I clipped that play, and I was like, whoa, they are leaving Jeremy wide open. Like, wide open. Like, this is ridiculous amount of spacing he has right now. And that continued throughout the game. And the Spurs did not play well and lost against the Suns, which I think we kind of expected. The Suns playoff team had their big three, Beal, they had Booker, they had Durant. Everybody's ready to go. We're a young and rebuilding team, so I expected us to lose. I was hoping we didn't lose bad, but it is what it is. A lot's going to need fixed. A lot. We need floor spacing. We need 3-point shooting. We need more defense. We need a lot. Luckily, we have a ton of draft picks, so hopefully the front office can put it together and start building a more competitive team next year, and then eventually playoff team maybe in year 3. I know some want playoff team year 2. I'm going to be kind of lower the bar a little bit. Maybe a play-in team next year, and then a perennial playoff team after that, and of course a contender hopefully in year 4 or 5 or 6, somewhere in that time frame. Certainly sooner than later. I want to close with this, Spurs fans. I did see that Wemby might be out with a sprained ankle. I don't have the current injury report, but I did see he's got a left sprained ankle. If he misses tonight's game and is going to be out for some time, I'll probably do another video on that, and that is a concern. I know some people are like, oh, you're putting Wemby's injured, clickbait, and that's no big deal. This is a big deal. The legs are the part of the legs are the things that have ended a lot of tall men's careers early. Knee injuries, ankle injuries, just reoccurring injuries. And that's my concern with Wemby right now, Spurs fans, is reoccurring injuries to the same parts. 2 sprained right ankles, now a left sprained ankle. He's 7'4", his legs are very thin. Hopefully this is just one of those growing pain things, and he's going to bulk up a little bit in the offseason and continue to grow into his body, where in year 2 or year 3, he's no longer injury prone. We've seen a lot of players that struggle with injuries earlier in their career. The first one that comes to mind is in the NFL, Matt Stafford. Shoulder blew out, I think, his first 2 years, and then ended up being really, I don't think he had an issue with that to this point in his career. So things can be corrected, but something to keep an eye on. I'm wishing the best for Wemby. Hopefully this is nothing serious. The Spurs could also be being precautious, and quite honestly, they could also be like, we don't really want to win any more games. Maybe it's time to start shutting Wemby down. Hey, could happen. It could happen. He might be just might be parking that tank right in that big space that the Suns left for us. That's all I got. I'll be live tonight for the Suns and Spurs at 8 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully we show better than we did on Saturday night. I appreciate you all for watching. Hopefully you have a good Monday. Thank you, and as always, go Spurs, go. Ready to get the game on. Ready to get the game on. You know you're basically too happy.